There were trade unions along craft lines even while the sugar plantations were being formed and there was a development of the capitalist economy here in Hawaii. So it is not that the idea of unions was so foreign. After all, who started this except the artisans who originally came from the mainland? And the Japanese and the Filipinos who formed the Higher Wage Organization, the Filipino labor movement here were people who had come to Hawaii and had lived here for a number of years. And one forgets the fact that during the 1930s, a lot of the native Hawaiians and Portuguese as well as Orientals sailed the ships between here and the mainland United States and even to the Far East, so that it isn't as though they were unacquainted with the idea of labor organization. And consequently, when the National Labor Relations Act was passed in 1935 and the seamen began coming here to Hawaii and talking with our local people, the whole idea of forming a union and getting the credits of the National Labor Relations Act was not a completely foreign idea. So that when Jack Hall appeared on the scene, for example, and talked about being in the 1934 general strike on the West Coast, a lot of the local people who had sailed on ships were acquainted with that particular incident, so that organizing among the waterfront workers, for example, was not a difficult thing for the workers to understand. So when sugar organizing came about, the fact that there were people who had come from the mainland was not all that strange. After all, the last big racial strike on the island of Maui, conducted by the Filipino workers at Hawaiian Commercial and Sugar Company, was in large measure put together by a mainlander, William Bailey. And so it was not a strange situation so far as local workers were concerned.